It's really interesting working with a lot of leaders that many are reluctant to rehearse when they've got an important piece of communication. Now, I'm not talking here about a speech, a presentation to a conference. Generally, people will prepare for that, but other really crucial pieces of communication. And I remember quite a few years ago when I was working in an organisation, one of the senior leaders was going to be interviewed by a current affair. Now, he wasn't exactly keen to do it. He'd been volunteered by the CEO, and so he was getting ready to do this interview. He was understandably pretty nervous about it. And I remember they kind of let me loose with him in a room where we set up, and I hammered him with all sorts of nasty questions. And in the space of about half an hour, the progress was incredible. He was so much more confident. He was able to handle really negative questions very well. He was far less nervous. He came across so much more clearly and articulately just with half an hour of practice and preparation. So you can take that into all kinds of situations when you're communicating under pressure. Even if it's a one-on-one conversation, really encourage you to rehearse your part of the conversation. Obviously, it's a dialogue, not a monologue. You can't predict necessarily what the other person's going to say, but certainly the part of the conversation where you're laying out your position, you can prepare and rehearse that. Now, on the day, it may not come out exactly as you've rehearsed it. This is not about rehearsing and remembering, reciting, but it's about anchoring just some key messages in your brain so that when you're in the moment, you don't have to reach quite so far for the core essence of the information. It'll just be there. It's really worth taking the time. So any communication where it really matters, take the time to prepare, but run through it at least 3 times out loud and notice how much more effective you are.